Femineers! Today we are going to be making a origami hanging monkey. So this is my little monkey right here. He likes to hang out. These guys are really fun. You can hang them off of your computer or your desk, or you can even make multiple and hang them off of each other. Let's go ahead and get started. The materials you're going to need for this activity are going to be a square piece of paper. So this paper right here, I did an 8-inch by 8-inch. You could go smaller, but that's going to make it a little bit harder. Some more materials are going to be a ruler. So this ruler helps us get those really strong creases. And then this one's optional, but you can also have a marker or a way of decorating your monkey when he's done. Let's go ahead and get started. So our first thing we're going to do is we're going to set down some base creases. So these folds right here are going to leave creases in the paper that make our next steps a little easier. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to go from side to side to make a vertical line down the middle. So I'm just going to fold it over. I'm going to line up the edges right here. And then crease it. Oh, I creased it a little too far. There we go. And crease it down. I can use my ruler and I can drag it along the edge to get that just a little bit of a stronger line as well. Awesome. When I unfold, you'll see now I have a line going down the center. Our next one is going to be from the bottom to the top to make a horizontal crease. So I'm just going to line it up right here. Crease it down, and then unfold. There we go, a little plus sign. Our next creases are going to be diagonal, so we're going to go from edge to edge. And to do that, we're going to take the top corner and bring it down to the opposite bottom corner. Sometimes this is easier if you fold it up like that. I'm just going to fold it down and crease. When I unfold, you'll notice my line goes right through the center. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And just crease it down, and then unfold. And now as you can see, I have a little star shape right here. And those are all of our beginning base creases. Our next step is going to be to do a squash fold. So our squash fold, we're going to hold our paper tilted so that it's more of a diamond than a square. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these side corners and we are going to bring them down to the center right here. Okay. I'm going to do that on both sides. Bring them down to the center. And as you can see, I have a little diamond shape at the bottom with this top part. So what we're going to do is the squash. We're going to take this center and we're going to bring it down to the middle at the bottom. And you'll see that my two side pieces, they kind of fold outwards. So we are just going to press down, squash it, just like that. So again, I take my side corners and I bring them down to the bottom. And then I press down on the top so that these two go out and my top corner goes down to the bottom. And there we go. We have a diagonal and it has all these little flaps. That was our squash fold. Our next step is going to be to kind of refine the shape a bit more. What we're going to do is we're going to set up some more base creases. We are going to take this bottom edge right here and line it up to the middle. I'm just going to fold it like that and crease it down. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to take this bottom edge and line it up to the middle right here. And push it down. It's kind of loose, so I'm just going to use my ruler. There we go. That's one side done, so we're just going to flip it over. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take this bottom edge, put it to the middle. Like this. Same thing on the other side. Bottom edge, bring it to the middle. And then squish it down. Awesome. Our last crease here is going to be this top one. We want a horizontal line following the tops here. So to do that, we're just going to take this top triangle and we're going to fold it down, make sure it stays lined up with the middle. And then because this is a pretty thick piece of paper, I'm going to flip it over and fold it the other way as well. Just like that. Now we're going to unfold those so we're back at our original diamond shape. And we have those lines right here making a triangle in the middle. This next one's a little bit complicated, but what we're going to do is we're going to take this top flap right here and we are going to drag it out. It's kind of where our creases that we just made come in handy. You're going to notice it's going to start to fold along those creases that we just made. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to push those creases in so they line up with the center right here. So again, I'm going to take this bottom flap and drag it up. You'll kind of notice that they automatically start folding in. So we're just going to fold all the sides into the center. And we get a very long diamond. Exact same thing on the other side. We're going to take this top flap, drag it up, and push in those little sides that automatically go up, and make sure they all meet in the middle. So this diamond has two sides. There's this one, it has two flaps with a little triangle in the middle. And then the other side, they also have the flaps, but they are separate, like little legs. Right now, we're going to be making the body out of this top part, and then these are going to be the arms later. So to start with the body, we are going to first take this first flap, and we are going to fold it so that this edge lines up with the center right here, the center line. I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to fold it over and crease it. Now we're going to unfold it and then do the same thing on the other way. So I'm going to take this line right here and line it up to this middle. So right here, and I'm going to fold it over and crease. Alrighty. Now what we're going to do is we are going to kind of pull it out. So what we're going to do is we are going to fold it, these two right here where these diagonals are. We're going to fold them in so that they meet at the bottom here and leave this little flap at the top. Again, I'm going to take right where these diagonals are, take that corner and fold it in. And then I'm going to squash this top part. I'm going to squash it down so that I have a little small diamond. Just like that. So what we're going to do next is we are going to take this bottom flap right here and we are going to just bring it up and line it up to this second triangle. Just like that. Okay. What we're going to do next is we're going to rotate the paper. So these two separate flaps are at the top. And you can kind of see where the head of our monkey is starting to form right here. And then this will be the general body in a second. We're going to create sort of the little face here by making an eyebrow. We're just going to take this top flap up and we're going to drag it down so that the crease kind of lines up with this horizontal part. So I'm going to just take it and fold it down a little bit like that. There you go. Alrighty. So what we're going to do then is take this little top flap right here and just fold it up a little bit like that and tuck it under the eyebrow. And there he has a little nose. Again, you can kind of flatten it at this point. To create the bottom of his body, we're going to take this very far bottom triangle and we're going to bring it up and line it up to this second one right here. The bottom of his head. Just like that. Then you can go ahead and tuck it under. There you go. His body's a little bit wide, and we're going to need some extra room to make the arms. So we're going to go ahead and slim him down a little. To do this, we're going to take these edges right here, and we're going to line them up to the middle of the arms. I'm going to take this, I'm going to line it up sort of to the center, and crease it down. Then you can go ahead and tuck it under his head, just like that. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to take this edge, bring it to the middle. Just going to fold it. It can be a little tricky to get that top part. There we go. And again, tuck it under his head. We're going to go ahead and do his back now, so I'm going to flip him over, face down. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this edge, bring it to the middle. This time I don't have to tuck it under his head though. There we go. Same thing on the other side. And so now he has some nice skinny arms. We're going to slim down his body a little bit right here. So what we're going to do is we kind of want this edge to be entirely flat. So we're going to kind of try to make it straight like that. What we're going to do is we're just going to take this and we are going to fold it in sort of so it lines up to the bottom. So that way you see it's no longer curved, it's just going to be flat. And this is just to define his body a bit more. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to take this, make it a bit more flat. And those edges are just brought in. If we flip him back over, we can see he's looking pretty good. He has his little head and his body. My last little detail on the body that we're going to add is adding some little feet sticking out. To do this, we're going to take the corners right here and we are going to just fold them up. They should sort of line up with this triangle bit right here. A little teeny tiny fold right there. Do that on both sides. And I have two little triangles. To make the feet actually stick out, I'm just going to take this bottom and I'm going to fold it back just a little bit so that you can still kind of see his feet and you can kind of reposition them if you want. There you go. So he has little teeny tiny feet. And that is the body of our monkey. Next, we're going to focus on creating the arms. So what we're going to do is we're going to create one arm that's kind of pointing upwards, and that's going to be the arm he hangs from. This other arm, the right arm, is going to be going downwards, and that's where you can hang other stuff off of him. So to start with the left arm, what we're going to do is we're going to determine kind of what angle we want his arm to be folded at. I'm going to make it kind of folded like this. So you can see just like that. And we're going to fold it both ways. So I folded it over the top, and so I'm not going to fold it behind. This will make our next step a little easier. Make sure it's a strong crease. What we're going to do now is we are going to, you can see how they kind of separate in the middle of the arms. We're going to put our finger in there to separate it, and we're going to push in on this center. What that's going to do is it's going to let you fold this middle, fold it over like that. See, it matches on both sides. So again, I have my crease made here. I'm going to separate these two. I'm going to push down in the center while pushing the corners in. So kind of like that. And that is his elbow. Or his shoulder. We're going to make a little crook right here. So again, I'm going to, this time I want it to fold more down. So I'm going to create a crease. I'm going to fold it just like that, I think. And then I'm going to do it on both sides so I have that same process. There we go. For this one, I'm going to push up on the center and then push in up here. So when I push up in the center and I push in right here, it's going to create, this is like more of an inside out one. But there you go, and you see I have his little arm here, and it has a hook where he can hang. Optionally, you could create a little wrist right here. It'd be the same little process. I would just fold there, fold back, but you don't have to. There's one arm. For his right arm, we're going to do kind of the same process. We're just going to change the angles. This time I'm going to make the paper fold more down. So I'm going to fold it down like that. And then, of course, repeat on the other side. And then I'm going to, again, separate these. I'm going to push in the middle. Kind of fold it like that. So again, I'm going to, right here, I'm going to separate them. Push in the middle, and then bring the two corners up. Right, his arm going down. Same thing, I'm going to, right here, fold his arm like that. And then on the other side, repeat. This time I'm going to push up in the center right here. Push up. And you can kind of see it just folds like that. There you go, a little monkey. If you want, you can add some eyes. So I usually add my eyes like right here. And then you can also add a smiley face. And now my little monkey man, he can hang other monkeys off of his arm, and so forth. Good job, Femineers. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.